Would you like some good quality anime merch? Well, you can get that from our sponsor today, Beautiful Halo, link in the description. And on your next $49 plus order, get 5% off with the code MEME, and $99 plus order with code MEME for 10% off. Right before we begin this what if, I just want to say this is a spoiler alert, and yeah, there will be a lot of spoilers here, and I'm sorry if you guys don't want to get spoiled on the Boruto anime. If you're just an anime watcher for Boruto, do not watch this video because it has a lot of spoilers. But if you don't really care about spoilers, and if you're up to date with the fire going on in the anime, in the manga, my guys, hey bro, you can watch this video all you want. And yeah, anywho, peace. Welcome back, guys. This is King of Weebs here. This is the 10K special. Yes, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. So today I will bring back the thing, yeah. Man's going to bring back the thing that lit up the fire of the King of Weebs. Yeah, why am I speaking like that? So basically today, yeah, welcome back, guys. This is King of Weebs here. I'm going to be bringing back What If Naruto Went Back in Time, but this time it's going to be a twist. You see the new manga spoiler, and just saying, yeah, there will be a spoiler here. I'm sorry. Yeah, so there is a new manga spoiler and that. And man just had to do the thing. He had to do the thing. Anywho, yeah, so if you guys don't want to get spoiled of Boruto and that, if you're not in the fucking manga fire, you might as well just click out this video. I'm sorry, but yeah. So Naruto's getting a new form. Kuroma's like, hey bro, you know, if you like use this, you might die in that. And Naruto's like, I'm more than aware of that. Man's gonna kill himself to protect the village. Man don't care, yeah. And I'm happy with that. If Naruto's gonna die like that, I'm happy for him, because I'm not going to fucking support Naruto dying from some random shinobi, yeah. I'd rather let Naruto die for fucking his village like his father did. I'm not going to allow anything else. If anything else happens, if Naruto gets killed by a fucking kunai, bro, I'm gone. I'm not reading the manga anymore. I'm not watching the anime. I'm not doing shit. But yeah, so we begin this what if with Naruto actually transforming into his form. Sasuke being like, oh, you, what the fuck is this, bro? Yeah, so Naruto transforms into his new form. Literally, everyone in the battlefield is shaking like Sasuke and Boruto. Boruto's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? This is my dad. Anywho, Naruto looks like half fox, half Naruto and that. So, yeah, anywho, of course, Naruto begins his fight by actually blitzing Jigen, or shall I say Ishiki now, yeah, because Jigen's pretty much dead in that. Yeah, so Naruto blitzes Ishiki, and everyone's pretty kind of surprised, because no one has pretty much been able to do that since Naruto and Sasuke fought him together with their illegitimately strongest forms, but Naruto, of course, that cunt hiding everything, yeah. So of course they got annihilated against a weaker Ishiki or Tsutsuki, and now fucking Ishiki is strong as hell. But yeah, so of course Naruto's stupid enough not to pull it out when he was weaker and could have killed him there. But yeah, of course, you know, Naruto gotta do the thing, of course, shonen characters, and that Naruto's not the main character, so that's why they gotta do that. Anywho, of course, Boruto then looks at his father and basically he's like, Dad, and basically, of course, Sasuke then says, Boruto, we gotta get out of here. And basically, as he says, and the only reason Sasuke is saying that is because he knows if him and Boruto fight, there's no way they can actually help Naruto. Right now, Naruto is so strong, they cannot help at all, they'll just get in the way. Of course, Naruto is fighting Ishiki. Ishiki didn't even see Naruto come because he wasn't like aware of Naruto's this much strength. But of course he got caught off guard, and Naruto's getting a combo on him. Naruto got a full-on combo of fists, kicks, everything. Man headbutted him twice, and that man bit him a few times here and there. Yeah, so man pulled out the Goku technique and everything. Yeah, so of course Naruto's annihilating Ishiki right now, but of course, yeah, you know, Ishiki being the beast he is, of course, just has to pull out a little sly rod to just shank into Naruto. And yeah, so Naruto kind of gets shanked then gets kicked in the face. Naruto gets on the ground. Naruto's like, what the hell? And basically Ishiki tries to blitz Naruto, but Naruto was able to punch him right as he appeared in front of Naruto. Naruto then says, this will be the end of you. And basically Ishiki was actually literally kind of paralyzed from that punch from Naruto, because part of Naruto's power and that is so big. Yeah, that kind of sounded wrong. Anywho, of course, it's actually really sad how Naruto's about to die, of course, but Naruto, then his body actually starts disappearing, but, well, not disappearing, literally turning into, dust, glowing dust, of course. From the distance, he hears Boruto shouting, "Dad, no, don't do this," and of course, basically, Boruto is sounding desperate right now because he knows what Naruto's about to do, and Sasuke knows that too, but Sasuke needs to protect Boruto because Naruto literally signaled there as he was transforming, literally, like, if he's whipping out the technique that can kill him, of course, Sasuke would know about this, and so he just takes Boruto away and sheds a few tears while he's going. And basically, of course, Boruto has never seen Sasuke cry, but then Sasuke's like, Boruto, your father's strong, right? And basically Boruto's like, yeah. And basically then Sasuke then says, well, you need to get stronger than Naruto. And basically Boruto then widens his eyes and basically is already understanding what he means. Is that, what do you mean? Please tell me you don't mean what you're meaning. And basically, of course, Sasuke then says, Ishiki is way too strong. Naruto won't be able to kill him even with that form. Naruto will die protecting the village he loved, protecting the people he loved. So you will have to get stronger. You will have to be the next one. You will have to be the next one to fight Ishiki in a few years. I'll train you myself. And of course, Naruto pulls out a Senshuriken so bigger than himself. And of course, he's just holding it with one hand. And as he disappears, he throws it. And then basically in the wind, just like, Majin Vegeta disappeared in the wind. You know how he turned into stone, then fell onto the ground and turned into dust. Yeah, so of course, Naruto smiles, looks behind him while the explosion happens. And basically just says, now it's your turn, my son. And as he says that, Naruto disappears into the thin air, and yeah, of course, Naruto dies here, and it's really sad. Of course, I'm going to be crying when he dies, of course, already thinking about it. And like, there's no way Naruto can survive, bro. Like, it has been foreshadowed for so many years. I'm trying to lie to myself, but bro, Tuesday, it's going to be a sad day. Anyhow, of course, Naruto disappeared, but of course, his attack wasn't going to be weak. It wasn't going to finish Ishiki off, but of course here Ishiki actually the only reason it wasn't going to finish him off because Ishiki has his own type of dojutsu where he can actually make something bigger and smaller, and so he made the explosion that was happening onto himself much small enough to him to hold it, and of course he survived. Of course then Ishiki kind of got pissed off because he already was weakened from Naruto's just barely strong, Naruto's futile attacks, and basically he got kind of pissed, and so he went to the Leaf Village, which he was not meant to do. I'm pretty sure he's not going to kill everyone in the original, but this is my own take on it because remember, the chapter's not out. This is a Sunday. I'm recording this right now. I'm going to upload this as soon as I finish editing it today, and you guys will get it today. I'm dropping a series anyway. Anywho, let's get into it. Of course, Jigen, or Ishiki I shall say, even though I like saying Jigen better, but still, Ishiki annihilates everyone in the village and leaves Sasuke for last. Of course, he decapitates Sasuke, and basically then it's Boruto. Of course, Boruto, remember, since he's technically an Otsutsuki now, and Otsutsuki can't kill another Otsutsuki, and so basically what happens is that he gets Kawaki and tells him to kill him, or he will kill Hinata, holding her by the throat. And basically Himawari is already dead. Boruto was weakened even in his Momoshiki form, and then Kawaki just sliced Boruto's neck, and then Ishiki still killed Hinata. Unfortunately, he killed her just like Goku Black did to Future Bulma. That was really sad if you think about it. And then Ishiki takes Kawaki lost everyone. Like, Kawaki believes he's the curse, and so he just lets Ishiki take over his body, and that's pretty much it for this timeline. Of course, Naruto's seen this all because he actually got saved. Naruto got saved by the Sage of Six Paths. Naruto's last futile attacks actually were weaker because Naruto was actually trying to actually survive, but then realizing he actually was about to die, so he actually put everything in it. But he actually got pulled from limbo. Right before Naruto entered limbo, he got pulled. His life got pulled by, the Sage of Six Paths, and the Sage of Six Paths says, Naruto, I know you did your best, but he's too strong. And basically Naruto, looking down, pretty angry, already pissed off. Remember, you know how Naruto died? Yes, the Ninetales wouldn't have died. The Ninetales would have actually, just became chakra again. But the Sage of Six Paths was able, literally, he's pretty strong. He actually got Kurama as well. He put Kurama back into Naruto, and Naruto's like, Kurama, you're still here? And Kurama's like, father, I did all of this. And basically then the Sage of Success explains to Naruto that he shall give him one more chance. He'll send him back in time. This will be the last thing he can do for Naruto, and he will actually disappear forever. Naruto will take all the powers of the Sage of Six Paths, and of course Naruto accepts, because Naruto understands straight away. Remember, he has universal understanding, and so he understands what the Sage of Six Paths means. He's giving him another chance to actually save this world from the calamity that's, save the other generation from the calamity that's coming up, that is heading towards them. Of course, now Naruto gets sent back in time, and he's actually found back in his 12-year-old body. Well, sorry, not 12-year-old, 10-year-old body. Yes, 10-year-old. Naruto gets 2 years before actually, starting to train, and so, 2 years before to actually get his body used to the new power he has. Of course, Naruto already had the key to his cage, and anywho, now Naruto, of course, couldn't open his cage, even though the future Naruto, I'll call him future and past Naruto never had the key to his cage. He never was friends with Kurama or anything, and so once Naruto's, consciousness actually came to the, past Naruto, the past Naruto didn't die. They actually fused together to make one new Naruto, and basically this Naruto, of course, has pretty much everything that the old Naruto had, but it is what it is, of course. Now, he does have the key, and Kurama actually does know about Naruto, and so basically Kurama's like, God damn it, we don't have the key, and we don't know when your godfather's coming back. And of course Naruto's God damn it God damn it indeed. Anywho, of course Naruto smiles because he wants to keep a smile on his face, realizing that he still has a chance. He has a chance to save his friends, his family, his son, every single person that he let down by dying. Of course, he didn't let them down, but still, he tried his best to actually kill Ishiki on the spot. But of course, he knew Ishiki wasn't gonna die from that. Anyway, of course, Naruto wants to get stronger, and so he begins his training from this day onwards. Of course, Naruto, even though he didn't have as much chakra as he used to, and just saying, Naruto is still the, Jinchuriki of all the tailed beasts, but right now, and he has even more power because the Sage of Six Paths gave him even the last little bits of his chakra, but it is what it is. Naruto really can't do much right now. He has 2 years to train on his own, and realizes that he may need to train Sasuke too. Even though he doesn't want to get Sasuke into this, he does know that in the future, he doesn't truly know the power of Ishiki. He's never seen Ishiki truly fight, but still, of course, because Naruto didn't really give him a chance, and Ishiki was truly, literally holding back. It was like a fucking Jigen versus fucking base Goku, like that. It's kind of unfair in that, but of course, I wouldn't say base Goku, but still. Anywho, of course, Naruto actually tries talking to Sasuke, but Sasuke always ignores him. And so, one day, when Sasuke was training, Naruto actually challenged him. Of course, this Naruto had, even though he never really had the body of Naruto right now didn't have the experience of, the fighting that Naruto had. Of course, future Naruto, Hokage Naruto, had so much experience. He had experience on the war, he had experience against pain, he had experience of Sage Mode training, he had all the experience that Naruto had over the years, and all he learned throughout the time skip between, the end of the war and Naruto the Last. Because remember, Naruto the Last, I'm pretty sure, was the prime of Naruto, like prime. Naruto had the strongest of his selves. Anyway, of course, now, Naruto actually even though he doesn't have all that, Naruto still is way stronger than Sasuke by leagues. Like literally, he's leagues ahead of Naruto right now. Especially because of the universal understanding. The universal understanding didn't get locked up. The chakra of the older tail beast got locked up. Older tail beast actually got they actually felt a little vibration in their minds about someone like being friends with them or something. They just got the feeling, but of course they didn't understand. Anywho, of course. And Naruto actually was talking to Kurama while he was fighting with Sasuke, and Sasuke really had a lot to improve. There was a lot for Sasuke to improve on, because he can see how much Sasuke just improved over the years. Even 12-year-old Sasuke was way better than 10-year-old Sasuke, and he can see a massive gap between these two. And so Naruto, after annihilating Sasuke, actually says, "Sasuke Uchiha, do you want to be my friend, my partner, someone who trains with me?" And basically then Sasuke sees someone in Naruto. He doesn't understand who, but of course he sees the Sage of Six Paths, because Naruto's right now he is literally the next Sage of Six Paths. Of course, Sasuke at first he was hesitant, but over some time Naruto kept telling him that he should train with him, and so they start training with each other. Of course, Naruto trained Sasuke to an extent that he actually scared Sasuke to near enough to actually, die. Like, literally, he put Sasuke in such a, condition that he had to unlock use the Sharingan by, nature, literally. He doesn't want to die yet. And, of course, he unlocks the Sharingan, and every time Naruto fights, and he helped Sasuke unlock the two-Tomoe Sharingan within 2 months and a half, and that is a feat that pretty much no one really did, to be honest. Like, let's be real, who is able to train a 10-year-old to unlock their freaking two-Tomoe Sharingan within a month and a two with training? Literally, not by Naruto actually fucking killing someone precious in Sasuke's life or something. Like, that's just too much. But still, of course, Sasuke didn't really have anyone in the village after his parents his clan got massacred. But still, anywho, Sasuke, of course, and Naruto over the next 2 years actually trained together, and Naruto gets so strong that he's actually able to use a bit of his, his power from the future, and that one power is actually summoning one of his True Seeker Orbs. And remember, that is only because the Sage of Six Paths gave all the power that he had remaining to Naruto, and that's why Naruto is now able to actually, create his own True Seeker Orbs. And basically, that is a feat that a 12-year-old should not be able to fucking do, bro. Are you skunked? Anywho, of course, now Naruto, having the power to actually use a True Seeker Orb, realizes that he can use his Rasengan. He can't really, just saying, the True Seeker Orb is nothing, literally, they're just orbs. All they do is levitate, and Naruto can just create anything with them, but still, they don't take too much chakra from Naruto. That's why Naruto's still not able to do his, his Rasen Shuriken. But he remembers a technique that, his son used in the future, but still right now it's kind of in the past. But future, past, Naruto kind of gets confused. But then Kurama's like, "Naruto, get yourself together. You don't have time to think about the future or the past or whatever happened. Even I don't understand it, but still, you gotta get stronger. You're nowhere near. Even if you were put up, against your old self, you'd still get destroyed. Remember, your 19-year-old yourself, you're meant to be like this at all times." And basically, of course, Naruto basically is Kurama's just like a mentor to Naruto, because remember, even though the Sage of Six Paths is gone, in this timeline he's not. Of course, it is always. Anywho, Naruto keeps training even when Sasuke is asleep. When Sasuke and Naruto finish the daily training, Naruto keeps training on his own. But one day, Naruto actually faints, and literally, he wakes up a week later. That week later, Naruto is actually a lot taller for some reason, and basically, of course, it's still at the academy. There are 3 months until the academy's graduation day, but it is what it is. Naruto now actually, Sasuke is already near enough his end of Chunin exam strength, and I know it's not much, but that is just with taijutsu. Naruto couldn't teach the Chidori to Sasuke because he doesn't know the Chidori. Anywho, now of course Sasuke learned things on his own, but Naruto could teach Sasuke like the majestic destroyer flame. And remember, Naruto has a lot of jutsus, even forbidden jutsus that he actually learned how to do. Remember, Naruto was the Hokage, so he actually looked at them. Anywho, of course, Naruto kept after this, even though he got a bit taller, weak, a lot of people were kind of like, wait, what? But it is what it is. They just thought it was puberty, but it is what it is now. Naruto actually going to the academy one day, he actually sees his two old friends actually trying to talk to him, and of course Naruto still socializes with them, and so he actually asks them if they want to get stronger with him. And of course they're like, Choji's like, yeah, I want to get stronger as my dad. And of course Shikamaru's kind of feel like it's a drag. But of course then Naruto says, but what if something happens to the village in the future? What if someone attacks it? What if we're not strong enough to protect it? Are you guys just going to be like there just standing seeing your loved ones getting hurt? What if you have kids by then? What if you do you not understand? And basically Shikamaru thinks about this and he's like, I don't really have an answer right now, but now that you make me think about it, I'd be devastated, to be honest. And basically, Choji, of course, he'd be devastated too. And so they actually take on Naruto's offer, and so basically Naruto starts training them too, because they did try to protect the village against Ishiki, but they just got massacred in the massacre that happened in the Leaf Village. Of course, the Leaf Village got annihilated, the God Tree was built, and blah blah blah, the Tentos was revived and everything, or whatever. And now, of course, Naruto trains them to an extent that they can't handle much of it, but they can barely keep up. Naruto doesn't go to the literally extreme, but he's next to the extreme. Even kids their age shouldn't be doing this kind of training, but still Naruto knows that they shouldn't. But there is a threat in the future that Naruto has to stop, and he doesn't know if he could do it on his own. And so he wants the most. He wants the most help as he can get. The more help, the better. Anywho, the more the better. To be honest, that can be whatever. Anywho, of course, now Naruto trains these two too. These two as well, not these two, but still, of course, Sasuke, Shikamaru, Naruto, and Choji. Naruto is actually pretty much high tier Jonin, near enough Kage level by now, because remember, Naruto now has actually unlocked a lot more chakra, and it's graduation day. Naruto was able to do the Shadow Clone Jutsu because he's still kind of shite at the Clone Jutsu, but is what is. Naruto then, of course, is put in the same team because he was still acting like the bottom of the class, because he doesn't want to change that. He still wants to be in Team 7, but still. Anywho, all the teams are the same, and it begins the same. You know how Kakashi says that tells them about the test the next day, and of course Naruto's happy to see Kakashi because he saw Kakashi die a sad death, a gruesome death, to be honest, a cruel one, something that Kakashi didn't deserve. After all the things that all the good things he did for Naruto, he really didn't just want to watch Kakashi die, and that was really sad. But it is what it is. Naruto then realizes that he needs to train even harder, and so the night before he trained so hard that the next morning he didn't sleep, to be honest. He had a shower and he quickly ran out. Anyway, of course, Kakashi came late, and Naruto took this time to actually sleep a bit. But he is on the ground, just lying on the on the wall. And I know that Naruto would know about the bell test, but it's been a few years. And he probably forgot about how Kakashi lied about eating, but he still remembers what the bell test is about. But still, he's not going to tell his teammates. He's still going to act like he's not going to act like he's a dumbass, because remember, what's his name? Sasuke knows about Naruto's true abilities and everything, that Naruto is super strong. But it is what it is. Anywho, of course, the training, the bell test begins, and everyone knows how if you don't get bell, you pretty much get sent back to the academy. But of course, Naruto then goes to his two teammates and actually tells them that they have to work together. They cannot beat Kakashi on their own. And of course, his two teammates at first, they were like, wait, what? And basically, Sasuke was a bit more trusting of Naruto, and he's like, all right, then I'll work with you. And Sakura's like, yeah, okay, then I'll work with you. And basically, then Naruto says, Sakura, you will be the ones to get the bells. And basically, Sakura's like, wait, what? But, but, but it's Kakashi Sensei, and basically, he's a Jonin. And basically, then Naruto says, I don't care if he's a Jonin. Right now, you're the weakest here. You need more experience than any of us do. So, you will be the one to land the final blow. I can teach you quickly while Sasuke distracts him. Is that fine, Sasuke? Sasuke then says, no problem, bro. And as he says that, he goes off and basically, starts firing off, kunais and shurikens with fire, literally. Naruto has taught him that. And basically then Naruto looks back and sees Sasuke firing. And so Naruto actually then throws a kunai at top speeds, which actually scrapes Kakashi's face, mask. And basically Kakashi's like, wait, what? And basically, he didn't know a Genin could do something this high tier, because Naruto added wind chakra nature to that kunai to actually show that show to Kakashi that this team ain't no joke, so he should put back his book, because Naruto will not only be training himself, but indirectly training Kakashi as well to actually not underestimate most of his Kakashi knows not to underestimate strong opponents, but still he's going to train Kakashi as well, because he knows that Kakashi can even improve. Even Kakashi needs to improve. Well, this version of Kakashi needs to improve, because Warrock Kakashi was like top tier, but still this version of Kakashi is not top tier like Warrock Kakashi, because over the 2 years he trained a lot. Before the pain arc he trained a lot. So anywho, of course, Naruto then tells Sakura how to, use the punches that Tsunade uses, because Naruto has learned how to do that too. Remember, he has a universal understanding, so he understood straight away. Of course, Sakura tries it, and she actually destroys. She actually is pretty strong already, because of her chakra control already being good from the get-go. She already had a head start. Anywho, so, Naruto then just smiles and says, you know how to do it. I believe in you, Sakura. And as he says that, he actually starts body flickering around, Kakashi. And Kakashi realizes that he has to get his Sharingan out. And as he gets his Sharingan out, Sasuke appears in front of him with his 2-to-1 Sharingan. But of course, Kakashi was able to block Sasuke's, knee to the to his chin, and then actually punch Sasuke away. And that punch was actually pretty strong. And he's like, and he realizes that maybe it was a bit too strong. But then Sasuke then looks back to Kakashi and says, finally, you're taking us seriously. Anywho, Naruto then appears in front of Kakashi, and Kakashi and Naruto begin a little taijutsu fight, while Sasuke recovers a bit of his chakra, because he used a ton of chakra. He actually used 90% of his chakra reserves, and he only has 10% left. And basically Naruto was actually doing a lot of taijutsu moves, something that Kakashi has never seen any Genin do. And he realizes that Naruto might be a prodigy that was hiding his strength, because he has seen Naruto's reports from the academy, and they were atrocious. They said that Naruto is bad at taijutsu, ninjutsu, genjutsu, everything. Anywho, of course, they were kind of surprised on how Naruto passed so easily right at the end. But of course, Iruka was ecstatic to see Naruto pass. And just saying, the scroll of sealing? Yeah, Naruto took down Mizuki at night without even stealing the scroll, and it is what it is. Anywho, of course, Mizuki was kind of confused why there wasn't much of a commotion. And of course, he was the one to actually wake up, what's his name? Iruka. But still, this time Naruto told him, Naruto said, just meet me at this time. Don't tell anyone though, please, Mizuki-sensei. Don't try to get me in trouble. And basically Mizuki is like, oh, maybe this kid is not bad. Anyway, of course, now Naruto was able to keep up a good taijutsu fight against Kakashi, but then he has had enough, and so he then let out all of his bloodlust, which Naruto's bloodlust from the future, bro, it's something that can paralyze the hell out of you. Of course, Kakashi at first, he saw a massive fox in front of Naruto, and he realized that maybe this is the Nine-Tailed Fox, and so he gets back to his senses, and so he actually tries to blitz Naruto and just knock him out, because he thought the Nine-Tails was coming out. But then Naruto looked backwards, at Kakashi, and then literally creates a Rasengan in his hand and smashes it into Kakashi's stomach. Kakashi kind of does a few backflips in the air, and then Sakura comes out of nowhere to actually punch Kakashi right in the gut and literally punch him to the ground. Of course, this didn't hurt Kakashi too much, but it was enough for Sakura to actually then take the belts and then for one to Naruto and one to Sasuke. Of course, Team 7 all worked together. They were actually fighting in phases. So phase 1 was Sasuke versus Kakashi. Sasuke actually just showing off a bit and literally making Kakashi start using his Sharingan. And then phase 2 was Naruto actually taking care of most of taking care of Kakashi's defense and literally putting him off guard and kind of scaring him a bit and also hurting him a bit, just enough for Sakura phase 3 for Sakura to actually finish off the fight and take the belts. Of course, Kakashi was ecstatic about his new team and he's like, you guys aren't as boring as I thought, and basically so then he congratulates them and they were able to pass the belt test within 15 minutes, and basically that was a new record for any of Kakashi's teams or any team that ever did the belt test. But it is what it is. Naruto, of course, now tells Kakashi actually tells them to actually, that they're off for the day. But then Naruto explains that he wants him to train, both Sasuke and Sakura. And basically then Kakashi asks, why not you? And basically Naruto's like, do you really think I need training? And then Naruto looks back and lets out quite a bit of his power. And then actually, summons the 4 of his Truth Seeker orbs, and Kakashi knows about the Truth Seeker orbs. Kakashi has read about them in ancient books, and basically at first Kakashi thought he was just hallucinating, but then Kakashi thought he was hallucinating, not at first he thought. Kakashi thought he was hallucinating, and so he rubbed his eyes and literally rubbed one of his eye and literally looked back, and Naruto just looks back Naruto, and then sees Naruto just looking back at him, smiling and basically saying that don't worry about me, I can train on my own. And then basically Kakashi remembers to ask him, how did you learn the Rasengan? And basically Naruto's like, I'll tell you in due time, bye. And basically as he says that, he disappears from Kakashi's vision, and Kakashi's like, wait, what? This kid just body flickered, but I didn't even see where he went. What is this? Is this Naruto? And basically, of course, he goes to the Hokage and tells him about Naruto. And basically the Hokage did tell Kakashi about how Naruto one day he just fainted out of nowhere because of exhaustion, because of how much he started training. And basically the Hokage actually saw how much Naruto trains every day, and so he was actually really happy for Naruto's development. But it is what it is. Anywho, Naruto actually training on his own right now and actually just meditating to actually unlock a bit more of his chakra, and just saying Naruto will take years to unlock all the chakra that he truly had. But still, anywho, now Naruto, of course, meditating, actually sees a new figure in his mind, and it's actually the Sage of Six Paths chakra. And Naruto actually tries to just touch the chakra and literally just pulled some chakra away, and he was actually able to, but the chakra actually became so immense that Naruto actually kind of got scared and shook, and basically he just pushed him away, and basically he asked Kurama what that was, and basically Kurama's like, that was the chakra of my father, so was that scary? And basically Naruto's like, do you really think I'd get scared by that? And basically and then Kurama's like, is that, are you saying that my father is not strong? And as he says that, Naruto's like, of course I'm not saying he's not strong. Are you dumb? He's stronger than me. And basically then Kurama starts laughing and says, kiddo, you're funny. And basically Naruto's like, listen, I'm not a kid anymore. And basically then Kurama then says, well, your height isn't really supporting that point. And basically Naruto starts fighting with Kurama, and basically Kurama just says, I'm joking. And then actually asks Naruto how his training is going. Is it going good or anything? But then Naruto says, I'm not getting too far to understand why, even though I'm already near enough Kage level, I'm not getting too far. It's annoying me. And of course now what's his name? Kurama's like, don't worry Naruto, in due time you will get all the power that you had back in the days back, understood? And basically Naruto's like, yeah I know, anywho, I'll go back to my training. And Kurama's like, yeah, you should. Anywho, of course Naruto then actually realizes that he stole chakra from the Sage of Six Paths right now, and so he actually wants to try to use it, but for some reason it's not really working for him. He doesn't understand what's going on, and so he keeps trying to use it, but then actually realizes that this chakra is already being used by Naruto, and basically sees that another two Truth Seeker orbs, which makes 6 now, appeared, and also Naruto actually can see something, Naruto can actually see malicious intents from the villagers, and he can see he can actually feel people's bad thoughts and everything, and basically Naruto doesn't understand what this is, but then we change perspective to a camera angle, and we see that Naruto has a pure eye, and that is because while Naruto was actually fighting, he actually unlocked the pure eye, and don't ask me how he unlocked it. He was actually given it, and just saying, this is plot armor because I need to make Naruto as OP as possible because Ishiki's too overpowered. Anywho, and just saying, I'm not going to make Naruto the main character of Boruto, but he's going to be a real big help to Boruto. He's not going to die, but he could be Ishiki maybe in the future, but of course he's going to allow his son. But it is what it is. Now, of course, Tonari actually was the one to actually give Naruto the pure eye right before Naruto died, and he actually, used the Rasen Shuriken, and basically Tonari just said, I hope the Sage of Six Paths does something. And basically, as he says that, Tonari actually falls to the ground and basically, all tied out. But of course, Tonari can't die because remember, he's an Otsutsuki. Well, I'm pretty sure he can die, but still, he's an Otsutsuki who can't really get killed by, Ishiki because he's still an Otsutsuki. Anywho. Now, of course, the next day, Naruto begins his missions with Team 7. And on that day, Naruto, of course, catches the cat quickly, and basically the rest of the day they actually spend training. Naruto spends with Kakashi training Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke actually trains with Kakashi because he actually has the Sharingan, and Naruto actually trains with Sakura, and he actually helps Sakura unlock her water release. Yes, she actually has water release, and basically whatever he actually teaches her a few jutsus, but he mostly focuses on Sakura's best strength, which isn't actually best strength right now, which is actually power shots, and literally she actually is able to break a few freaking not break, like literally punches the ground, and she actually breaks the ground underneath her. But it is what it is. Anywho, after this, of course, a month of this training keeps going, and Team 7 is pretty much Chunin level by now, especially because of Naruto training them, and also Kakashi, Sasuke actually by now has a grasp on the Chidori, but he still can't do it. For some reason, Sasuke just keeps failing it. Every time he does it, he just keeps failing for some reason, but of course he keeps trying, but it is what it is. Of course, they still get Naruto actually realizes that he still needs Sasuke and Sakura to go through the same exact mission, and so he complains to the Hokage that their missions are too easy, and so the Hokage still gives them a C rank mission in his Tarzan. Luckily, of course, now Naruto actually decides, now, of course, Naruto and, Team 7 meet Tarzana for the first time, but Naruto for the second time, and he kind of smiles that, he can see Tarzana again, but his ways, of course, he knows the true, nature of this mission, and so, once the mission actually begins, Naruto is the one to actually take care of the two demon brothers with his bloodlust. Of course, the two demon brothers were asked on, who was the one to send them, and basically, of course, they respond that Gato sent them to kill Tazuna, and of course, Kakashi wants to go back to the village, but then Naruto's like, come on, Kakashi-sensei, they couldn't even handle my bloodlust. Do you really think they're going to be able to handle these two? And basically, of course, now, anywho, of course, Kakashi then actually decides to actually say okay to him. And the mission keeps going as per normal. Of course, Kakashi, this time he actually fights Zabuza, and here Naruto actually decides to, while he was actually thinking, he actually took the week off instead of actually training himself. But of course, Kurama was against this, but Naruto was actually trying to think of a way to actually save, Zabuza and Haku. and he thought that maybe they can actually be a real good help to the Leaf Village. And remember, Naruto is thinking for the Leafs, benefactors, but of course, beneficial factors. But remember, he wants the most power into the Leaf Village, the most protection and everything, and so he actually decides. And of course, he still meets Haku, and basically, Naruto tells, just acts like he doesn't truly know who Haku is, but he is what he is. Anywho, of course, Naruto and Haku become friends, and basically Naruto really doesn't want to give Haku up now, but it is what it is. Now, of course, Naruto, the next day, he doesn't wake up late, but he leaves the clone back because he knows about, the attack on, Inari and his mother. And so the clone takes care of the two bandits, and Naruto goes off on his own. Naruto here arrives to see that, of course, not arrives, sorry. It doesn't go off on his own. Naruto, of course, already being there, actually fights Haku on his own. And basically, he breaks Haku's mask and says, I already knew who you were, Haku. Just why do you have to go the wrong way? And basically Haku's like, I'm pretty sure you understand who my loved one is. And basically Naruto's like, I understand. In fact, you taught me a real important lesson in the past, and so I want to help you. And basically Haku is like, wait, what? And basically in the past, I don't know him, but his ways. Naruto then asks Haku if he wants to join the Leaf Village, and then basically just sees Naruto smiling. And of course Sakura is actually there smiling too, because Sakura doesn't really mind it. She believes that Naruto, her sensei right now, of course, has the best course of action. And same as Sasuke is that, Naruto's always right, to be honest. Like, he helped me out and everything, whatever, he's right, and I believe he has the best course of actions, but he is what he is. Of course, then Haku declines, saying that Zabuza wouldn't like it, and basically then Naruto's like, I'll convince him. And basically, while Zabuza and Kakashi were still going at it, basically Naruto then just lets out his bloodlust, and basically both of them, get paralyzed. And Naruto just, with his hands in his pockets, just walks towards them and just says, you, Zabuza, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, how about you come and join the Leaf Village and become the first ninja swordman of the mist of the Leaf? And basically, Zabuza just laughs and says, "Do you really think you can stop? You really think you can ask me to do that?" And basically, just tries to blitz Naruto. And Naruto then actually is already behind him, saying that if he doesn't want to lose his life, he should actually, accept the offer. And basically, Naruto just then creates a Rasen Shuriken, showing Zabuza that Naruto is no joke. And basically Zabuza's like, what the? And basically, of course, no one really knew about Naruto having the Rasen Shuriken, and they were like, what the hell? And of course, Naruto showing a power that nobody has ever seen Naruto use by his ways. But then Zabuza actually says, kid, you're something else. And so he accepts Naruto's offer and says, okay, I'll come back to the Leaf Village with you guys. And so now Naruto and Zabuza and Haku and, Team 7 actually, start socializing. But of course then Gato appears, which Naruto was expecting. And then says that the Team 7 will handle this. And, Zabuza wants to fight, but of course Zabuza is injured, and so he tells Kakashi that Team 7 will handle this, and Kakashi actually just accepts, because he knows that they're more than capable enough to handle just random bandits. Of course, now Naruto says, "Are you guys ready?" And basically Naruto just cracks his fingers, and basically now the all blitz the bandits, and Sakura does a lot of damage, especially taking out multiple people at the same time. But then out of nowhere, Sakura was about to get stabbed by one of them with their swords, and basically Sasuke came out of nowhere. And this is where Sasuke actually was able to master the Chidori, tried to protect the one of his teammates. He screams out Chidori and literally kills one of them on the spot. And basically Naruto realizes that Sasuke and Sakura are starting to develop a little bit of a friendship, a bond. And Naruto then says, I'll take the rest on. And basically as he says that, he lets out all his bloodlust and literally kills all of them except for one of them. He leaves Gato alive and then says, you deserve a crueler punishment than being killed by me. And of course, now Naruto actually takes him to Tazuna, and actually gives him Tarzana, of course tying him up, and says that you can give this pig to, you know, the villagers, they'll kill him themselves. And basically, of course, you know, Tarzana helped, you know, thanks Naruto, and then they leave. Boys, anywho, now, of course, Team 7 returns to the village, and here Naruto, of course, tells Kakashi to don't forget to tell them about, you know, what's happening. And basically, Kakashi's like, how do you know? And basically, Naruto, just saying, this was, you know, outside, it wasn't with Team 7, just saying, Zabuza and Haku were accepted by, you know, the Hokage to become the new Jonins of the Leaf, and becoming, you know, both Anbu of the Hokage. So there will be Hokage Anbus, and so it is what it is now, whatever. Of course, Kakashi tells you know, his team about the Chunin exams, and that they're coming up, and of course his team actually begins training. Anywho, Team 7 actually decides to train on their own, but then Naruto actually just warns them, saying that there might be a written exam, so they should study a bit too. And so Naruto just walks away, and Kakashi still is, you know, suspicious of Naruto, and how Naruto knows so much. Sorry guys, that was me. On how Naruto knows so much, but of course, he actually follows Naruto. If you were asking what that noise was, it's literally me just rubbing my finger on the mic. But anyways, anywho, now Kakashi followed Naruto, you know, to a secluded area where Naruto actually trains on his own, and Naruto actually knows that Kakashi's following him, and basically he actually takes this opportunity to actually let someone know about, you know, his situation, because Naruto can't keep it in forever. And so he just teleports behind Kakashi, you know, body flickers, and basically Kakashi realizes that Naruto's behind him, and he gets kind of shook, and basically Naruto's like, don't get scared, Kakashi-sensei, I need to inform you about something. And then basically Naruto goes on to explain every single detail of what happened in the future to Kakashi, not the war or everything that's going to happen to the Leaf Village, but about, you know, how he died in the future. And basically Kakashi, at first, it was, you know, he was like, no way, and basically Naruto's like, I can show you something that most people may not believe. But of course then Naruto actually, you know, showed his truth seeker orbs, and then he showed that he had a Jogan, and also he showed that he could actually go into KCM1, but of course he's never going to use KCM1 against anyone right now, because he still doesn't want to affect anyone's development over time, and so he's going to allow things happen like in the original. But of course it is what it is. Naruto is going to change a lot of things. But anywho, of course Kakashi at first, he was kind of like, wait, what the hell? And basically he actually understood that Naruto wasn't lying. But then Naruto got told, you know, by the Sage of Six Paths, literally telepathically talking to him, saying, no, Naruto, erase his memory now. And basically Naruto's like, wait, what do you mean erase his memory? And basically, of course, the Sage of Success has this ability where he can actually erase someone's memory, depending on how much he wants to erase, he can do that. And so Naruto actually looks at Kakashi and literally erases his memory, and basically, of course, Kakashi falls to the ground, and Naruto, of course, leaves. Anywho, Kakashi then wakes up an hour later, asking himself what's he doing here, and basically he's like, what? And basically he thought he was just tired, and so he went home. Anywho, Naruto now, he kept training on his own, and now Naruto actually was you know, really tired, and so he went off home on his own, home as well. And basically on the way home, he actually, you know, bumped into a girl that, you know, he knew pretty personally. And yeah, of course, as he looked at the girl, he kind of shed a tear, and basically he's like, oh, sorry, I was really tired. And basically, you know, Hinata's, then it's like, yes, it's Hinata. And of course, Hinata's like, no, it's fine, Naruto. And basically now just runs away. Of course, Naruto's like, shy as always, god damn it. And basically, of course, just goes home on his own, and then goes sleep. Anyway, the next 2 weeks pass, and Naruto has actually been training, and just saying, Naruto's training is a lot harder now, and he's training a lot more. And he's actually unlocked another Truth Seeker orb, and he's like, god damn it, I unlocked so many Truth Seeker orbs, but none of my old chakra, what the hell? And basically, he's frustrated, but it is what it is. Now, of course, the Chunin exams begin as per normal. Of course, they're trapped in a genjutsu, which then Sakura actually gets rid of. And basically, Naruto actually did, give a few tips to Sakura, like she should become the healer of the group, because remember, having a healer in a team is really important. And basically, he actually convinces her by actually telling her that she can protect Sasuke even better like that. So in case he gets injured, she can heal him. And she actually knows the basics now, because Naruto has procured some scrolls which actually teach her that. And of course, Naruto actually, since he didn't actually truly know how to teach anyone in medical ninjutsu, he just tells her that she should just follow the instructions there, and it is what it is. She learns the basics, but it's still not good enough, but it is what it is. Of course, she will get to Naruto as a teacher soon enough. But anywho, of course, the written exam goes way too easily for Naruto. Even though Naruto's not too smart, Naruto actually knows this test easily, and he passes with flying colors. He gets first place. He breaks every record that has ever been put, even the four Hokage's one, his own father's. And basically Naruto's after beating this record, he just waits, and he actually gives the answers to Hinata, so she can get max schools too. And basically, after this, Team 7 passes, and all the team that passed in the original pass as usual. Of course, here Naruto still needs to allow Sasuke to get the curse mark, and so he still gets swallowed by the snake on purpose, just to allow all the things that happen in the original to happen as per normal, and it is what it is. Anywho, of course, after this, he arrives and stops the snake as per normal. Yes, I said that way too many times, and basically fights off Orochimaru, and Orochimaru still Titan's Naruto seal, which Naruto completely forgot about and literally was pretty pissed off, and so he blitzed Orochimaru with a Rasengan and smashed it into his face, and Orochimaru actually escaped after this, and Sasuke was on the ground. Anywho, that's where I'm gonna end off. I know it wasn't an hour, it was only 50 minutes, but I really gotta do 3 parts for this, and I'm so sorry if it's really short, and a lot of it might be a bit like the original, but there will be a lot of changes. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs here, and anywho, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was King of Weebs again. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Hxmesh, my friend. Go support him. And also subscribe to Kazama, Miniman123, and Ratreet. Also, don't forget to follow Shoka on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And join the Discord server. Link in the description below. And yeah, I will be streaming a lot more, especially because next week is the last week of school because of half term. Yes, we in England, we have half terms. Every 6-7 weeks, maybe sometimes even 8. 8 is the longest half term, but every half term you get a week break. But no, every other term, no wait. The first half term, we usually get, like, the autumn term. I'm pretty sure this is the autumn term. The first half term, we get 1 week break. And then the last half term, which is the second half term, we get 2 weeks break. Well, of course, it's different. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. This was the King of Weebs there. And, yeah, my ducklings, you're dismissed. This is the 10K special. I hope you all enjoyed it. And peace, my ducklings. Peace. Don't forget to stay safe.